Alrighty, let's start. So the plan is I'm going to do one of a tribal advancement quest, and then do the New Year's quest, and then do a bit of blue quest unlocking. Mostly I'm gonna unlock Bajja. That's the first thing I'm gonna try unlocking, and then that'll be it for today. I'm just gonna do quests for. Whoa, that's not the right one. That is not the first screen. One moment, please. This is weird. That's okay. There we go. It has been fixed. I think. Anyways, alright, let's begin. Move the dog in. The chat blocker in. Move the chat blocker in, and then X. There. I get to do my very terribly bad Irish accent, or that weird mixture. I've been putting the prototype through its paces, doing a bit of a fine tuning. All right, along the way, I'm happy to say it's not now complete. I reckon I probably could have done it all by myself eventually, but having someone else chip in with the work definitely helps. If we keep this up, Quartz Anvil will be able to achieve world domination through technology. Might need to work on that slogan a bit. Alright. If we're going to produce more rolling tankards, we'll need to find a way to speed up the process. Time for a meeting. We're almost ready to take over. I mean, save the world with our tanks. I hope you haven't forgotten about what's in store once you've finished. Of course not. But in the meantime, I've got bigger fish to fry. You boy, with that bloody hells are you doing? You're planning on consorting with Grugs? You're planning on consorting with Grugs? Bunch of stinking scruffy beards. And a lot of them. A lot of them. Watch your tongue, Zogmot, or I'll pull it out of your with pliers. Hobgoblin, Hobbs, Balls. Is that the chief? Gah! And that's my chief here too. So, this is where you youngins have been all this time. Explain yourself and spare me the limp-bearded excuse. Why? Wait, what is that? Behold, the round tankard, one of the lost designs of great waltz. In the flesh, well, in the matter, I suppose. But the point still stands. Yes, but what the bloody hells is it? Never mind that. What I want to know is how you got your grubby little hands. Little meats on what's design. They were locked in an unbreakable vault. Unbreakable? Don't think so, Chief. I opened it back when I was a nipper. And I thought, it's fine. There's keepers, so I helped myself to the plans inside. You did what? Taking such reverent revered artifacts without permission is strictly forbidden. I shall banish the bloody lot of you. Steady there, Chief. I didn't even realize you was against the rules. As far as you, young lady, you'd better have a damn good excuse for this behavior. I noticed the ethanol mill over there in the Groo is of Groog design. If I find you've been sharing our secrets with the Tor, your life won't be worth living. Yeah, you can't get replicant recklessing false ideas willy-nilly. After all, for all we know, this could bring about a disaster for Tom Ra. In any event, his great works are far beyond the capabilities of you Ralphs. And to make matters worse, the Groo knows all about it now. What's to stop them from building their own tank and waging war on us? I don't know. I don't like the sound of that. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. Stop shivering, you two. Why would Waltz design something like this if he didn't want anyone to make it? We're carrying on his legacy. If taking the plans is against the rules, why did no one know about it? Surely someone would have seen something said something to Ronit if it's that severe a crime. Oh well. You think that being in a locked safe would be enough for a deterrent? But obviously not. Bugger my head, my beard. Did I have to spare everything out? Truth be told, I never thought anyone would break the solid lock like that. I didn't mean to harm you. I didn't mean any harm by it. Honestly, maybe if I'll explain why I wanted to build Walt's tank, you'd understand. Still, you're cleverer than you look, Ronit. I suppose it's no good having all the technology if we've ones who benefit from it. But let's make one thing clear. If you've got producing a load of sodden work, the tour will be the laughingstock of Northrend. Do you swear on what prayer that you do a proper job of it? We will. To prove that you can produce quality and quantity, I want you to complete 5 tanks by the next Red Tide Festival. Think you can manage that? Yes. Should you fail, every toll here shall be sent straight back to Tomra. And that's not all. Ronit must return Walt's hammer. Well, Ronit must return Walt's hammer. Those are my conditions. Don't disappoint me. Huh. You'd be holding a demonstration at the bottom of the hill over there on Beard Tide. Just you see. By 5. Only 5 by Beard Tide. Ah. Why not make it 10? Challenge accepted. Run it. I've got something to take care of, but I'll be back soon. Suit yourself. $40 well, with a bit of change. 10 minutes for the opening of a thing. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. The only reason the chief is giving me such a hard time about this is because he reckons I'm not up to the task. I've also got a sneaking suspicion he made up the rule and Walt's plan just to make my life miserable. He can't bear the thought of me showing him up with my engineering. Captain, it looks like the only thing for it is to get these tanks built. On the double, you see. Beard Tide took place roughly around once a year, and it's time for the chief of Tora to have his beard washed. Tomra, judged by the state of it, I'd say we don't have far long left. We need to have as many people working on the tanks as possible, and that means making the workshop a lot bigger. Of course, I've also already came up with a plan, but I need you to bring me some surprise, and this time only your very best work. Like, will do, like that. Got that? You'll find everything you need with the Decatude. Request for ingredients acknowledged. Alright, I'm gonna do this as a carpenter because it's gonna be a lot easier as a carpenter. And a lot faster, and I'm trying to get through this fast. Alright. Workshop expansion. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Oops. Wait. On the set. Alright, workshop's done. Job's done. I assume you've got what there is. I assume you got there is the end. Bugger. Oh yes. Very good. Except for this and slightly impurity here. It should suffice though. Haha! Just joking. Joking? It's damn near perfect. This will go a long way in making the workshop bigger and better than ever. One thing's bothering me though. I haven't seen Ozg since she wandered off. I'd heard from one of the other she's loitering by something called Rastakat's Round. Since Chief Zogmot almost bloody well banished me for taking Wart's plan, I reckon an even harsher punishment in store for Ozg. Ozorg. I mean, I bet their chief didn't took too kindly to her for giving away their secret and building us a ethanol mill. Now I know what you're talking. Look at the daft sod, Ronit, worrying about a goog. Well, I ain't. I just wanna know if there's some I should be worried about, which isn't the same thing at all. And if there was, I doubt she'd tell me or any of our other tours. So maybe you could have a word with her. Thanks. Appreciate it. If you could find out what her chief said, and if it's any cause of concern, it'd go a long way to putting my mind at ease. The chief will do. Sometimes I fear my accent slipping into an Indian one, like right now. But I go, cry-di-da-di-doo, cry-di-da-di-doo. Or, oh laddie, it's not very nice. And then oh, indeed. They're weird. Around over there. To the girl. There we go. Oh, it's you. Gudrek. Is something the matter? I should gave them the sweetest action. Oh, the last time I'm sweetish. Ronit sent you to check upon me. Maybe he doesn't despise me as much as he'd have everyone believe. Oh dear. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. If you might know, I didn't come down here to sulk. I just wanted to have a look around where the demonstration is due to take place. If anything ruins Ronit's big day, I'd have to wait even longer to pit my skills against him. But if I'm being honest, there's a bit of me more to it than that, Gudrak. Do you promise not to tell the others? The truth is, I've no plans to return to Korra. Once this is all over, in fact, I'd already made the decision the day I left, so it's no difference to whether I'm banished or not. I couldn't care less what the chief or anyone else thinks about me, as long as I can carry on with my engineering. The feeling of having an idea and seeing it come to life right before your eyes, it's indescribable. The thing is, as one of Walt's descendants, everyone has had such high expectations of me. Even as a child, feared this, feared that, craft me some copper rings. Not those copper rings, the other sort. When the pressure got too much, I'd sneak away from my teacher to play with junk I'd collect from around the village. That's how I first met Ronit. He was a few years younger than me. He still is, as far as I know. But just like me, he was picking up pieces of scrap matter and imagining all the things he could make from them. When I went over to speak with him, I found we were alike as two peas in a pod. He loved to make things just as much as I did. In the brief time we spent together, we talked about all the ideas we had, and even made a sort of mechanical door. As a sign of our newfound friendship, I gave him a grog coin and promised that we'd meet again. But someone must have seen us. When I got back home, the village, my parents forbade me from playing with that tall boy. And when that was the last I saw of him, he was so young. Doubt he'd remember any of it. But I've always cherished the memory of the day that he simply the simple joy of making something from its own sake. Seeing Ronit and his friends working together reminded me of how I felt on that day. I'd rather be here, helping to build something that will make a difference to the world of Wolfland than only doing things best and only doing what's best for the what's best for the grow. Once it's over and done with, I'd have a chance to prove that I'm a better engineer than Ronit and Crane Watt's hammer. For what that is my true objective. Oh yes. It's true. Well, I suppose I don't really need the hammer as much as I just thought a little competition would be helpful to the both of us. But I have a feeling that you're far too scared to be taking orders from someone like Ronit. Why are you helping him anyways? I want to say for the greater good, but I want to be a little cocky. Where, if the staggering level of incompetence around Walt's Enver is anything to go by, those talented hands of yours will find no shortage of work. We all have our own reasons for being here, I suppose. And it's not like anyone is forcing us to do this. I'm just glad to have someone other than those boorish doors to speak to. I mean you, by the way. Meanwhile, I can't see how they get anything done over there in Tomra. Do you see the way Ronit lets his chief talk to him in that ridiculous ultimatum? If they didn't get through things finished in time, that'll be the Walt's Enver. Everything I've worked for will go up in smoke. And the worst of all, I'd never get the hammer from Rod if Ronit uses it to the stupid rager. Luckily, I have a plan, but I'd need some time to mull over the final points. For now, let's head back to the workshop. Behold. Whew. 20 minutes. It has been 20 minutes. So, what did she What did she say? She just went to look around the demonstration site. Seems she wanted us to pass Chief Zogmut's test, even if it's only for the chance to challenge me for Bolt's hammer. Thing is, she's sticking around long enough to help with the tanks. Enough talk. That's enough talk. Let's get to work. Because if this doesn't go exactly according to plan, we're done for. Oh gods, I'm not used to this sort of pressure. What did you think of the new improved workshop? There is no way we can fail now, right? Actually, don't answer that. It wouldn't take us anywhere near as long to build the other 4 tanks as it did the first. But we still have our work cut out for us. Might have to tell the others to sleep. No sleep till we're done. And don't go thinking that excludes you of expecting great things from you in the days leading up to the beard died. So, no slacking. You know, I'm actually a super powered warrior of light that needs other people need me, right? Walt Saville is now equipped with everything needed to produce rolling tankards in mass. But the day of reckoning approaching fast. Will Ronit and his comrades be able to complete a column of tanks that meet Chief Zamot's exacting standards? Find out next time on the Dwarves of the First. Alrighty. Oh, that is for that. What do I want to go as? Let's do this as a warrior. Yep. Anyways, throw that away, because that's the unique item I can't still drink with it. Aetherite ticket for the Maelstrom base. What I want to do is this. Yeah, screw it. I like the way I look. Aye. Greetings, sir. From your bearing, I gather you are an avenger. If so, there is a matter I would discuss with you. Ah, but where are my manners? I am Usagi Bugyo. Bugyo, a member of the delegation hailing from Hingashi, an ancient a nation in the far east. Each year we travel across the seas to share our traditions of heaven's turn with the people of Eorzea. In this realm, it is held that the gods rise up one amongst their number each year to serve as a herald of good fortune. In the Far East, however, it is not a god but one of the 12 noble beasts that is chosen. In previous Heaven's Turn celebrations, we greeted participants. We gifted even participants kabutos fashioned from the presiding beast. But this year we have a greater reward, an entire set of armor. Lest you wonder, I am wearing the very prize we offer. Magnificent, is it not? Surely you wish to claim the set for yourself. If you do, I encourage you to speak to Ujishi, standing near the Tempest Gate. He is a member of our delegation and will be honored to present you with the armor. You need but heed his request. Ahoo! Greetings, friend. I take you have spoken with my associate, the Usagi Bugyo, and are willing to lend your assistance. Before I make my request to you, may I ask if you are familiar with the word Omikuji? As a matter of fact, I am. 'Cause I'm a weeb. We're all weebs in this game. Truly? You know Omikuji? You must be familiar with the culture of the Far East. Indeed. That being so, I will need my explanation I will keep my explanation of it brief. A form of fortune-telling, Omikuji may be translated as sacred lots in your tongue. One receives a lot at random, and with it, a message from the divine upon a piece of parchment. And the message contains principles and describes what will bring our fortune or misfortune. By taking these principles to heart, one will be visited with happiness. Omikuji are a indispensable part of Heaven's Turn celebration in the Far East, and I'm honored for the opportunity to share this tradition with the people of Eosia. Alas, perhaps due to the lack of familiarity, but a few souls have stopped to have their fortunes told thus far, and this brings me to my request. If you are willing, I ask you spread word of this auspicious opportunity to the townsfolk. You have my thanks. As a local, I trust you know where to look for potential participants. I look forward to receiving these souls you send my way. Wahoo! Oh, I gotta go talk to the pirate first. I know the Far Easterners were back. I'd known the Far Easterners were back for Evan's turn, but they're doing fortune tellings as well this time, ye say? 'Tis fortunate, tis fortunes they are. They say any about relationships, you know, between a man and a woman? Shake head, yes. Just curious is all. Didn't get any strange ideas. Hey, you with the armor. You have pretty cool armor on. Oh, that's beer. Neat. I'd say a fair share of it Evan's Turn celebrations, but I can't say I've heard of this Omikuchi business afore. Does sound interesting though. Well, when the shifts ended, I heard over with some comrades. I might make a nice diversion, and I'd take the opportunity to welcome the Far Eastern delegation on behalf of the Nurstrom. Twirl, twirl, twirl. Behold the power of twirling. Twirl. Twirling, you bastard. Far Eastern fortune telling, you say? I'd wager some of our patrons would be keen. Fortune favors the bold, after all. And most here don't want for audacity. Sense being damned, I'd nudge a few customers your way while taking orders. It's the least I can do in return for the extra business we get welcome thanks to Heaven's Turn. Yes, lady. Dude in golden armor on the lead. A tradition. A traditional test of luck for the new year. Consider me intrigued. A proud chaperone. As proud chaperones of the Moonfire Fair, we have responsibility to learn what we can from other festivals. The idea of entrusting our fortune to chance is a bit too superstitious for my liking, but I'm certainly curious. We'll be sure to let our colleagues in the Adventurers Guild know about it. Behold, I twirl in place. I would try to give it to my Blue Mage, because usually I give these kind of credits. It's kind of experience to the blue. But at this time, I want the cutscene with this armor on. You have finished spreading word of the Okuji. My heartfelt thanks. I dare say we can expect some participants to appear soon. Please stay and observe the proceedings. Welcome, one and all. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the time-honored fortune-telling tradition of the Far East, the Omikuji. The process is simple. Begin by shaking yonder box until it dispenses a stick. There will be a number on the stick which indicates which of these drawers you are to open. Drawers, even. Take a piece of paper from the drawer. Upon it your fortune is written. Once you have read your fortune, you may tie the parchment to the rack yonder. By doing so, good fortune will become better still. Whilst misfortune will be cleansed. Alternatively, you may also keep the parchment with you to guide you throughout the year. So, who wishes to learn their fortune first? Yes! Mine says great fortune. The luckiest you can get. There isn't a single negative thing written on it. I can throw myself wholeheartedly into adventure this year. Oh, damn it all. Mine says grave misfortune. I am doomed. Doomed, I tell you. This 1 year awaits ye on their way, and the love of ye life will appear. This is all too sudden. It's a fine feeling to have others experience and enjoy your culture. Now, what of you, my friend? Will you chance to learn your own fortune? As thanks for your help, the first lot will be free of charge. Yes, please. Then go on. Give the box a good shake. Fair fortune. Thou shalt experience moderate fortune. Keep these words of guidance in your heart. Adventure, place yourself in fate's hand and thou wouldst surely grow. Relationship. From a foreign land and cometh a kindred spirit. Embrace them without reservation. Perspective. Great success is the accumulation of small efforts, but not thine daily chores. Conflict. For strength thou wanteth not, thou needeth but breathe on one with thine allies. Favor. So resolved like unto the fury, and thus shan't know, and thou shan't know no surrender. You will be unable to review the contents of your fortune from closing the window. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Yes. Allow me to thank you once more. Without your help, these folks may never have discovered Omikuchi. Whatever the divine may have in store for you, I pray the coming year will bring you happiness. The Ear of the Rabbit. Load, damn it. Load. Lodestone. Yeah, remember? Oh, you're actually wearing the armor for set. Now we have to wait for that for a while. Forgive me, my friend, but might I ask for another moment of your time? In no extra part due to your insistence, many are enjoying their first experience with Okuchi. For some, however, it appears to be a source of stress. These two adventurers, for example, drew opposite results. Great fortune is said. Can you believe it? That means I have aught to fear. This is my chance to make it big as an adventurer. Seven hells. What a dreadful heaven's turn. This turned out to be grave misfortune. What did I do to deserve such rotten luck? Do not be so disheartened, my friend. Though Omikuchi may foretell fortune and misfortune, they also provide us with guidance in our daily lives. A great blessing can become a curse. Shall one view it as a license to act rashly, simply? Similarly, as a great curse can become a blessing. A blessing shall one heed its warning. What you make of your lot depends on you. Oh, so you say, but just like Irdilana. How happy she is. Why can't I be like that? My words fail to reach him, alas. But perhaps you can. Could you try to rally his spirits? And it's the water. Oh, woe is me. What am I to do when misfortune awaits me so every turn? Thank you for trying to cheer me up. I appreciate it truly, but you do not understand the burden I bear. The burden of great misfortune. The weight heavily upon my soul. This is rather more serious than I thought. Please, can you think of another way to lift up him from his fallacy? You're right. I mustn't give up the fight, and yet... Do you feel better, my friend? I see. If I may, what did the Omikuchi say in its entirety? As I mentioned, they do not only foretell one's fate, but also provides guidance in one's daily life. I must confess, I did not see anything beyond the words, great, grave misfortune. As shocked as I was, I ought to have properly read, I suppose. Let's see here. Adventurer, thou must think of others before thyself. Well, this isn't so bad. And next, prosperity. Prepare to lose thine treasured armor. I knew I shouldn't have read the blasted thing. This set of armor is my pride and joy. I worked myself to the bone earning the guild to pay for it, and now I'm going to lose it. Come now, let us read the Okuji just to the end. Look, a navigator maintaineth her net, so too much thou tend to thine friendship, so that too must thou tend to thine friendship. Let none let not camaraderie we fall into disrepair. Sage advice, would you not agree? What matters is how you choose to act. Yes, you are right. My thanks to the two of you for helping me see sense. Help? I need help. Mochidaken. Dakan, come down and tell us what ails you. I was preparing for mochi pounding, and a young adventurer cheerfully and fearlessly emerged from the city. At first I didn't pay her much mind, but then, to my horror, she ran afoul of a group of enormous fiends. The monstrosity overwhelmed her in mere moments, and I rushed here as quick as I could for help. What the hell kind of accent is that? A cheerful and fearless young adventurer, Kami preserve. Could it be Hirdilana? What? But how can this be? She was supposed to have great fortune. But this isn't the time for such questions. I must go to her aid. Run like the wind, my friend. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, wait. This is troubling situation. You strike me as an adventurer of a considerable prowess. Will you not go after Bodephone and lend you your aid if necessary? our thanks. But please follow me. Right into the battle. You came too. Thank you. One axeman to another. You followed me here, did you? We both took a bit of a beating. I'm pleased to say we're still breathing. I finished the guild's request without issue, and I got greedy. If Vodafone hadn't arrived when he did, who knows what might have happened. I merely did what any friend would. Irdalana, I'm just glad I made it in time. I shouldn't have put you through that. And look at what has become of your armor. I'm so sorry, Vodafone. It's broken because of me. Why am I going? Okay, I need to get my voice straight. Oh, don't mention it. It is a small price for protecting a dear friend, and one I'd willingly pay again and again. But if this didn't play exactly out as the Omikuji had foretold... Well, let's return to the city. For one, I need to pay the armorer a visit, but we'll look for you afterwards. What a relief. That neither of them came to lasting harm. Let us head back ourselves. The Omiku Jishi will doubtless be eager to hear the tidings. I'm doing a different voice for him because the other one I was doing was weird. Let's ride the sheep. Sheep, sheep, flying sheep. Load! Damn you! Load! This is my problem. There is no loading. There's the load. Welcome back, my friend. I understand everyone is safe, but what happened out there? My friend, I cannot well express how relieved I am for your preservation. It is because I failed to explain the Omikuji in sufficient detail that you met with danger. I cannot apologize enough. Please, do not blame yourself. I am the one who overestimated my own abilities. Having great fortune doesn't mean that one can act without due care. I realize that now. And I would have realized sooner had I properly read the Omikuji beforehand. Adventure. The way will open to those who know their limitations, it says. But there's more. Relationship. Thus thou shalt be blessed with stalwart comrades. And I truly am. Excuse me. Ah, that reminds me, what became of your armor? You wished to have it repaired, I believe. Unfortunately, it was too far gone. The armor told me it would make more sense to have a new one crafted. Not that I have this sort of coin either. In that case, I believe we can be of service. We offer a set of Yoru armor in your tongue as a reward to those who have helped to make this Heaven's Turn celebration better. You have more than earned it. Truly? This sounds too good to be true. Ah, but it is true, my friend, and no more than you deserve. Come on, don't be shy, take your prize and try it on. It's magnificent. Just magnificent. And to think my Omikuji had grave misfortune. Take this as a lesson that, no matter your fortune, you still hold the power to shape your fate. And I believe the Yoru suits you well, if I might add. As you will recall, your fortune cautioned you to put the needs of others before yourself. And so you did, by risking your life to save your comrade. The selfless act may well have reversed your grave misfortune. I see. Actually, I don't. I don't really understand the workings of Omikuji, but I do know that I've always had Bodaphone's back, just as he has always had mine. And now that he has a good set of armor, perhaps we can take to the road together? I can't thank you enough for helping with the many unexpected troubles that occurred this day. I'll be honored if you'd accept a set of Yorui of your own. Furthermore, shall you wish to draw Omikuji, just only say the word. Indeed, I hope to see you many more times before the festival ends. Huh. I've done this before, but I guess I just didn't read it. You may now draw Omikuji from the reminder of For the remainder of the Heaven's Turn Festival, this year may speak of far eastern Omikuji Shin. Okay, let's just for the fun of it do one more time. Whoa! Whoa! Right. Where's that man? Oh. Draw! Good fortune. Embark upon an old journey anew. Further discoveries await. Relationship. Be prepared for an unexpected encounter. Prosperity. Invest in thine home. From the fortune will grow. Temper thine self, the flames, the heat of friendly rivalry. Favor. Be creative like upon the builder. And this sure hand of craftsmanship will be thine. Oh god, I froze in the air. And I put these into the old glamour. The old glamour. Then I go back to the far east. The arm war. Right, let's do it this way. Save. Ooh, that actually looks pretty cool. You know what? I'm going to the Far East, so why not? I'll do... One over here. All hail the queen. My lord, by the auspicious... what auspicious timing. I intended to send a missive to the Rising Stone. But it seems that there is no longer necessary. Master Hancock wishes to speak with you regarding a matter of grave importance. I can but imagine the other duties yet demands your attention. Still, he will request your meeting him on the Ruby Bazaar at your earliest convenience. I need to complete my Heaven's Ward weapon, because it's honestly almost near completion. It's in this form, the Sharpen. There's 2 other steps. I mean, it's glowing, so once I do the 4 dungeons for it, and then I do the run to completely make it into super powered. But I'm gonna do this one to get Paladin Relic Weapon. Honored sir. Greetings, good... so he returns at last. From what Tataru has told me, you've come rather a long way to pull it mild. And while the scions remained locked in slumber, he sought aid for all corners of the realm. In turn, it was I to whom she first turned when searching for a champion to assist her in your absence. Though, as you have no doubt surmised, I do not call you here to discuss such matters. I have received word from Lord Hien and the Bajjan Resistance, our comrades in the Far Eastern Alliance. Seek the aid of distinguished heroes in their fight against the Empire. And naturally your name immediately sprung to mind. The Bajjan Resistance. I didn't realize you were part of the Bajjan Resistance, you say? Indeed. For a small nation found in the southern reaches of Ilsabad, to the west of Dalmasca, they are no doubt among the first to fall to the Empire. Yet it would seem their hearts have yet to give way to despair, and with the Empire now in disarray, they would seize the opportunity to fight back. If you would know their details in full, I think it best you speak with Lord Hien. His endless list of compliments make him a hard man to find. However, so perhaps you can have one of his attendants at the House of the Fierce track him down for you. Oop. Greetings, good sir. Lord Hien? He's been expecting you. Well, word reached us from the Bastion resistance. Lord Hien knew at once there was but one man to whom he could turn. He left to the coattails not long ago. The view of Doma Castle helps to calm his mind. This way, if you please. We fly. Go, Griffin, go, Griffin, go. Go, Griffin, go, Griffin, go. This way, atop the broken bridge, he will be most glad for your arrival. What is with this whole... What was it? Do you remember when first we shared a view of the castle together? Still under the Guardian's control. Perhaps, yet, of all their wickedness, its beauty would not be so easily sullied. It is good to see you, my friend. You must forgive me for foregoing pleasantries, but our guest here is in dire need of your help. Arsec of the Boston Resistance. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. As you have no doubt already heard from Lord Hien, my people seek to reclaim our homeland from the Empire. Under his auspices and of the Iosian Alliance, we aim to do just that. However, we recently received word that the Fourth Imperial Region has been making plans of their own. It has long held the province of Nagshin, Damaska, and Boshja, and the iron grips under the using its Dalmeskin headquarters to house the bulk of its forces. Until recently, that is. They appear to be diverting resources and manpower to the forces stationed in Boshja. In fact, 3 battalions are en route as we speak. We thought perhaps to strike before they are fully assembled, but the Boston resistance lack the means to drive them off on its own. Aid for the Dalmescan resistance, my friend, may have sufficed. Sadly, even Fran of Lanstier has been unable to bring an end to their infighting. All hopes is not lost, however, for Lord Hien has made a most intriguing proposal. An idea, not my own, I must confess. We have our old friend Gosetsu to thank. As the Empire tightens its grip on Doma, our people were at a crossroads where they lied down and surrender, or stand up and fight. You sought me out, and I can become the spark that lights the fire of rebellion. The same must be done for Bajans. They require a standard under which they can rally, a symbol of hope, to steer them from what it is to come. Lacking a living figurehead such as Lord Hien, my comrades and I looked to all nations past to inspire, for inspiration. There we found the answer we sought. Gunhilder's blades. They are the elite guard of Queen Gunhilda. Possessed of weapons blessed by the gods, they explore. Their exploits would become legend after defending our people against the elegants in the Third Astro Era. The strength of their steel was matched only by their dedication to the Queen. Shall one lose their life in her service, their holy blade were then passed on to a successor. In time, their title would lend itself to the most renowned of their weaponry, the Gunblade. But in truth, each member of their guard were masters of a unique weapon. Though these sacred relics have been lost to time, I would see them forged anew. Thus, our people would know no fear and drive our oppressors just as Queen Gunhilda did to the elegants. An admirable and lofty and otherwise unattainable goal for one such as I, which is why I have traveled far and wide in search of great minds and greater heroes who might lend us their aid. We will be honored to have one of your renowned at our side. We value the Bajans' commitment to the cause, and I shall see their plans come to fruition. Unfortunately, duty demands that I remain here. I could not in good conscience leave, knowing the Empire yet threatens the borders of Alamigo. While shall you choose to accompany him to Bosja? Might I ask you also act as a representative of the Eastern Alliance in my stead? Leave it to me. Thank you, my friend. If there is aught else you require of the Eastern Alliance, you need only ask. Safe travel to you both. An airship to our base has been prepared for us at the Enclave docks. I hope to see you there soon. Where you have finished your preparations, meet me at the docks and we can be on our way.
To the Domin Enclave.
Come aboard, sir.
We are here.
Oh, there she is. The traitor with the hairstyle. That we shall pray. That we shall play host to the liberator of Doma and Alimigo himself. I did not think you could be persuaded to help us. Bajshaljan, leader of the Bajjan resistance. Not the best choice of a job for the job, if I am to be frank. But I will bear the title all the same. Bloody hells, man. You can't inspire much confidence speaking. Bloody hells, man. You... Oh, there he is. There's the boy. You're right, Master Geralt. While you're here, won't you come and welcome our guest? What in the seven hells are you doing here? Eosia's greatest hero and his finest, and her finest blacksmith. For the two of you here, our plans is sure to succeed. While that Queen Gunhilda were here to witness this. Oh, Gudrek, just between us, I only here to pay off me debt. It's to the black-hearted snake, Rwanda. She's been selling supplies to the resistance today. I needed to mention, they happened to mention they were in need of a smithy. So she went and told him I'm the best bleeding smith in the realm. With skills that put Gaiber got himself to shame. Can't rightfully say I'm even half that what she claims, but I do my damnedest. They're happy to ply me with good grub and even better booze. So play along, will ye? Oh, now that you both here, I believe it's time our plans be made clear. Misija. Right. Of course, our goal is to reforge the weapons wielded by Gunhilda's blades. Simple in principle, less in execution. The weapons themselves are most of the text denoting the history of Our Majesty and her gods were lost to the devastations of the Fourth Umbral Calamity. That said, we have managed to obtain certain piece of information that, coupled with Master Geralt's knowledge and expertise, we have made great strides in reproducing these vaunted blades of Erd. We've worked out the manner of weapons they weirded, their shape and weight, even the material needed for me to forge. We'll learn bugger all about the given them spirit. It is said Queen Glenhair etched the holy insignia into each blade, thus granting them the power of the gods. Unfortunately, no records of such engravings remain, but there is still good. There is still hope. Though aught but pale imitations, these once existed replicas which may very well have bore these inscriptions. Alas, they are lost. They were lost when Baj's citadel fell. Did you know of the Bajjan incident? Sounds very... Yes, I do. Though admittedly I do not recall it in detail. That a worldly adventurer as yourself would know of this is of no surprise, if I may. I would share the tragic tale of our homeland. 15 summers past, the Guardians were conducting experiments, seeing as needed to make contact with the lesser moon, Dalamu. They believed the satellite to be possessed of immense power, and a lunar transmitter was erected in the hopes of harnessing it. But when the transmitters were activated with a signal sent, Dalamud responded with an immense blast of raw energy. The destruction wrought defied reckoning. The citadel of the relics of Queen Guanhirda's kingdom aught we left but smoke and ash. Hope ain't lost yet, though. The citadel's been wiped off the bloody map, but there's still a way for us to find those inscriptions. Or so I've been told. An explanation brings better left to one far more knowledgeable than I.
Makoto. There she is. The lovely waifu. My other Aura wife. We'll run up Tucker. Where is she? Mikoto!
Tis good to see you again, Gudrak. Though I have hoped to accomplish more before your arrival. I'm sure you help well. I'm sure you help will be invaluable. How now as it was aboard the Prima Vista. You are far too kind. If not for your heroics, Ramza and Alma would have... From the onset of endeavor, it was abundantly clear that one versed in aetherology would be essential. We relayed this to the Alliance and then who then introduced us to Mikoto. She is said to be one of the most brilliant minds amongst the students of Baldessian. And yet it is my ineptitude that demands your presence here. I was all but certain that Geralt and I alone would suffice for this, alas. Ahem. This matter she speaks of concerns a long forgotten practice of the holy men who once inhabited these lands, utilizing unique aspected crystals, and these seers were able to provide succor to those with ailments of the mind. They possess the ability to shape their very memories, removing those deemed harmful and replacing them with the patient may find some semblance of peace. I too dismiss the notion that such practice could exist. This is still a recent excavation unearthed compelling evidence of their work. Crystal we believe was used in their healing. Unfortunately, we are unable to discern how they are meant to be used. It was at the juncture that we petitioned for Mikoto's assistance. Alas, make any progress? My initial analysis suggests that the crystal was artificially created at some point in the distant past. The materials used suggest that they were most likely produced by the ancestral people of this area. But there's more. The etherical signature is strikingly similar to the oscillatory activity of brain waves, which would make the when made to resonate with the distinct frequency NRR type harmonic vibrations of the individuals. I'm doing it again, haven't I? Nope, brainwaves matching the crystals. I think a simpler approach is in order. Every living being is comprised of corporeal ether of the flesh, incorporeal ether of the soul, and the ether reside. Deduce. Etherical residue of their memories. Were one of the possessed of only corporeal ether, they would be but a walking corpse. Conversely, entities comprised of only corporeal ether are referred to in layman's terms a ghost. In either case, they may also retain some of their residual memories. Aye, zombies and ghosts I follow.
This crystal, these crystals are able to isolate and resonate with the etherical signatures of the memory. This allows the seers to probe the mind of their patients.
That's all good and well, lass, but what if their mind ain't that it used to be? Or they are too deep in their cup to remember what he looking for?
An excellent question, Master Geralt. We are all possessed of two types of memory. Explicit and implicit. Exposit and imposit. Explicit and implicit. As their name suggests, explicit memory is referred to an active remembrance of previous experiences, while implicit memories are acquired and stored passively. For example, when making a new acquaintance, their appearance will become part of your explicit memory, allowing you to recall that information. Should a great deal of time pass without meeting, however, such recollection can prove difficult. Yet, in that moment, your mind also takes record of the sound and smell of the location, temperature, and so on. Perhaps the demonstration would better explain this phenomenon.
Don't we need some sort of spell?
Thankfully, that would not be necessary. When I was first told of the Seer and their practices, I was immediately reminded of your ability to peer into the past.
Ah, the echo.
I believe these people were blessed with a similar gift, and it is for that reason they were chosen to serve as seers. Though I too am possessed of the echo, I lack the ability to peer into the past as you do, and thus having been unable to wield the power of these crystals.
And that's why we called you.
Until now I could but posit theories. With your help, however, I may now put them to the proof. And you, Master Geralt, be my first test subject.
Ooh, how much longer till I get to the southern front? Let's see. I have the technology.
Gudrak, I would like you to recall the last time you experienced the echo. Concentrate on the feeling. Master Geralt, I need you to recall a memory of the past. Maybe anything you like.
He better not go poking around in this there, digging up something unsavory like you here, lass.
Please, Master Geralt, focus.
This is weird.
This is very...
Oi, governor.
This is most unexpected. For reasons I cannot yet explain, it appears the echo has allowed me to accompany you into his memories.
Well, you said you have...
Oi, governor. You're a skilled blacksmith. If Gerald, that's no denying that. But your whole memory about as well as your liquor.
Well, what bloody memory good is money if he can't spend it? A man has to live a little, do you wanna?
Aye, and it wouldn't hurt for a man to use his head either. With all the talent of yours, I reckon you could have amassed a small fortune by now. Could have been you sitting on the syndicate instead of Goldbot.
As if I'd ever get to do anything like that dotty old half-dressed. Didn't realize me memories was so sharp.
As you can see, implicit memory is surprisingly comprehensive. The clear skies and blue ocean, down to the exact words of your conversation. Everything appears to have been perfectly preserved.
You weren't listening to that, were ye?
Every time someone gives you good advice, turn around and do the complete sodding opposite. I used to like the rebellious trick of yours, but now I see you as a bloody idiot. Honestly, I don't know what I ever saw in you.
Whatever it is ye think he saw, it ain't as if I changed since then. And ye haven't either. Still as beautiful as the day we met. Oh, hold on a minute. I ain't never said anything like that. I swear on me last mug of air.
Implicit memory would, while quite comprehensive, are not always true to fact. In case of painful or otherwise undesirable experience, they can be obfuscated to protect oneself from hard truths. Our perception of reality can always distort them as well, even when first committed to memory. Then as time passes, such distortion can grow happy memories. Happy memories become more joyous, and sad ones all the more bitter. Explicit memory is particularly sensitive to such misrepresentations of event, for a man is whom to remember what is most convenient for his worldview. This is why we seek acid for those we are most like to find the truth.
The truth, Rwanda and me are not. We're only here a week ago. Don't tell me my memory is this bleeding unreliable.
A self-imposed delusion, perhaps. As I said before, the mind has a way of concealing painful memories.
I ain't feeling so well if you'd excuse me.
As you can see, these crystals allow us to choose specific moments in the person's past to observe at will. Unlike the echo, however, what we see will not always be as it really was.
Yet, there still remains the matter of finding one who has seen the replica weapons and their inscriptions. At this present juncture, we might as well be looking for a ghost. After the Garlean invasion of Bastia, it would all but cut off from the world. None were allowed in or out, meaning all of its residents, and likely any who might have glimpsed the weapon, die when the citadel was destroyed. What about Soldiers Station? There who were away at the time of the incident, but even if we were to find one of them, I doubt they could be persuaded to cooperate. Whoa. No, please. Oh, please, Lord Varus, no. Future sight.
You saw it too, my visions. They are not of what I come to pass. But what is it yet to be? Could it be the Callisto allowed us to share my vision as well?
Mikoto. Gudrak, what are you two all ever right? Sid Garland, son of the monster beyond the Meteor Project. I come to think of it, you mentioned that the Doma and Eosian Alliance have been receiving support from Garland Ironworks. I thought the company should use such a moniker, mere happenstance, but you mean to say Sid Garland owns this company? The son of Midas, Noel Garland lives. He must be summoned at once. If he was at the Citadel prior to its destruction, it's quite possible he may have seen the replicas. Fate is indeed a cruel mistress, pinning our hopes on a Garlean. The get of that bastard Midas, no less. Is there truly no other way? Basalti, please. Very well. I only hope our fallen comrades can forgive us. Please bring us this Sid Garland for the people of Bastia, for all of Irsabad. I'm gonna color this armor into the armor that I want. I have to see what pellet armor I have.
Let's make photo.
Our exploration of Master Garland's memory was a success, largely in part to his trust in you. I suspect.
Not Garland, Geralt.
And how fortunate of us that you should also be a great acquaintance of Sid's. I'm sure there is much you must do to prepare, so I will not keep you. So there's something else. Was there something else?
Nope. Your gift.
The echo can manifest itself in myriad ways, dependent on the individual. I was gifted with the ability to peer into the future. It's a power such like prophecy, prophetic dreams, and divination, and yet quite different. Such visions only tell the future's potential. The echo does not show me what may happen, but what will happen. Scholars speculate Mizaya, a thousand eyes, to share this gift, hence the alarming accuracy of passage written in the Divine Chronicles. The visions are a direct, decidedly rare occasion, usually contain some crucial insight into matters present unfolding for me. For better or worse, I have never had visions of an impending threat on my life or those around me. Not that I would want to see such things, of course. But you imagine of certain doom that cannot be avoided. I once spoke of my visions to an acquaintance, a relatively harmless glimpse of the future, and its results in a terrible argument. I fear I could not bear the weight of the grimmer tidings.
Ah, scheiße.
But that is neither here nor there. My gift is but a trivial thing. Nothing you should think to rely on.
I will rely on you, young lady, as you are very adult.
I will not imagine his sympathies with our plight. I do not imagine he sympathizes with our plight, but from what I gathered, he has no love for the Empire either. If that were to suffice in persuading him to aid us, then so be it. I hear there's an engineer stationed at Raugar's Reach. Perhaps you can begin your search of a garland there.
Much is it? Oh, that's not bad. Ooh, it's getting late. I want to unlock the whole thing.
The Bajtia instant.
Let me see if I can. Is that the right armor? Oh, it is.
Totally fetch. See, say, aren't you Gudrak, savior of Eosia, liberator of our amigo, so on and so forth? Name's Lillager, newest recruit to the Ironworks. What can I do for you? Why, totally. The chief? Too busy by half, according to Jesse. Between you and me, though, it's a load of... Oh, go on. Load of what? I was saying it was a load off your shoulders. I must be, knowing the chief is back from whatever he was doing. Speaking of whom, Gudrak says he wants to speak with him about... What was it again? God damn it, Lillager. You might hear better than most, but you're a terrible listener. would you mind starting again from the beginning? I see well. You just missed him. Serial's wall is due for maintenance, and he has a mind to oversee it personally. That said, any matter concerning you or any matters concerning you are top priority. I'll see if I can reach him. Greg needs your help. I take it it is an average day for you. Must be hard. Always having to put on a pretty face as you thrust into danger. People tugging this way and that, like some sort of errand boy. Not that we don't appreciate what you do for us. But goodness knows I do. In fact, will you see, I'm something of a fan. I knew the Ironworks worked with you on occasion, but I didn't think I'd have a chance to meet you in person. Can I shake your hand? Lilija, Sid's been back, took a load off of my shoulders, not yours. Don't you have work to do? Oh, alright. Work. Duty calls. But hopefully we'll meet again soon. Chief said he'll meet you at the Doman Enclave. No, that much conversing of not the most convenient of locations, but I'll have to do. I'm afraid. One more thing. The Bashan incident is something of a sore spot for the chief. Even if it was an accident, most people outside the Empire remember it as a massacre. The chief tries to put a stop to his father's experiment, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Even now, he still blames himself for it all. I should have tried harder, he says. I could have saved him. I could have saved them all. Saved all of them. But that genius, and a man cannot find a way to forgive himself. So if you're aiming to go digging through his past, be careful. I dread to think what demons he can unlock away in the brain of his. Look, I need a better sword and shield, and your boss's brain has it. I need to go digging through his brain. She's tough as Magitech armor plating when she wants to be, but her heart's in the right place. A shame she's always so busy. Holy crap, you almost kissed me, lady. As are you, if I'm not mistaken. I won't keep you any longer. Best of luck. Flick arm. The chief said he'd be meeting at Doman Enclave, didn't he? Well, best not keep and wait. I was trying to do a Valley Girl accent, but I can't, and I'm going to Southern Belle for some reason. And then that gets me closer to Hillbilly. No, I'm actually glad that
I'm actually glad.
Master Garland. Yes, I've seen him restlessly pacing through the enclave. If you wait here, I'm sure he'll come by before long. It's hard to believe this place was until recent. It's hard to believe this place was until recently occupied by the Guardians. Doman has a long way to go before it regains its former glory, but they're off to a good start. So I've heard. If the Bajans wish to follow the Doman's lead, I plan to do what I can to help them. In fact, I've already spoken to Lord Heand and agreed to the plan, part of Ironworks' resources to assist in Doman construction. The offer seemed to have taken him by surprise, but I assured him that in addition to Ironworks' commitment to freedom through technology, I have my own reasons to revert the destruction wrought by the Empire. While it is true I eventually defected, I played no small part in development of match tech. Now used by the military. Sometimes it's the threads you cannot see that have the strongest ties. Would that I could cut them?
The Empire's sins are not yours to bear. What's the matter?
Even so, not a day goes by as I don't think about the part I played, the atrocities that they committed. If I could have made my father see reason, there would have been no Boston incident. But I was powerless to stop him.
Yes, you're right. There's a time for wallowing in self-pity and time for action. I plan to do whatever I can for the Boston resistance, but they're up against the 4th Legion. If they're the chance to succeed, their alliance here in the east won't be enough. They're going to need all the help they can muster. I'm not entirely sure what part I'd like to play in all this, and I doubt anything I do now will be enough to atone for my past mistakes. But if it means throwing a spanner into the Empire's works, then count me in.
Let's do this.
If you're ready, I'll begin our exploration. Think back to the time at Bajra Citadel. You needn't focus on a specific memory. Focus on a specific memory if that helps.
Alright. Alright. Just promise me you'll be careful there.
What the? Where did my sound go? Oh, she's a healer.
This is the Bojan camp. Alright.
Recollection of this place appears grossly incomplete. I can but assume that your memory is being warped by your subconscious.
Well, I'd rather not stand around laboring over details. Let's look for the transmission tower and the city. Something of import would have been stored. You see that? A military base appears out of thin air. Or out of my mind, I suppose.
Did it appear because you mentioned the prison?
What in the world? What in the world is this road just ended?
The consequence of your incomplete memory. You have to think back. Sid, where did the road lead?
This should seem absurd, recalling the capital. Shouldn't be so difficult.
Do you remember where the Imperial troops were heading?
Not specifically, no, but they were on edge. Something to do with the Academy's research.
Try recalling the cityscape.
I remember the blue. I remember the blue, the cobblestone streets. Not for the occasional military installation. It wouldn't look like any other city. I remember.
You've done it, Sid. The road has returned.
We should be able to reach the Principate if we keep heading north. Look, there is the transmission tower. Damn it all. The road is cut off again. Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid. You have to remember. Gudrak. Sorry, Gudrak. Sorry, Gudrak. Try as I might, my mind is drawing a blank. Maybe there's something around here that might jog my memory.
Psychological stimulation, prompt recollection. Yes, that's just the word. Let's see what we can... Blah blah blah. Save for those weapons. Sorry, Makoto. The words don't appear on the event. Well, it's the event? Nope.
Weapons and
I don't.
weapons and magic armor, right? The fight had already started, and I was.
Well done, Sid. Let us press onward.
It all started. To come back to me.
Tension in the air is palpable.
Alright, the soldiers are on high alert that day. Alright, the Bajin resistance had infiltrated the capital to stop the Academy's experiments. Do you suppose it's possible we can tamper with the memory?
A curious question, one question worth investigating, shall we?
Goring blade!
Keep using Goring Blade until I can't. This is one of the skills they're getting rid of. All the Goring Blades. They froze.
I see.
Memory appears to be bending itself. Interesting.
Altering memory is the easiest said than done. It seems, well, let's keep going.
Oh god, you're going ahead of me so fast.
Here we are, the Presidia. Inside is the transmission tower. Ugh. What in the seven hells are these?
Could they be a manifestation of some conscious? If so, they are likely seeking to suppress your memories from the Citadel, meaning they intend to purge us from your mind. Cannot let them.
Antibodies.
There's no end to them. We shall hold them back unless you succeed in erasing us from Sid's mind.
I need my Goring blade.
Curious, and we could defeat these, but not the soldiers. Earlier, perhaps they are not truly part of your memory.
We can worry about that later. Come, now. We're nearly to the tower.
Just a little further.
We're going to have to fight the Emperor.
Judgment, the soul you
Bahamut, this cannot be another world attempt, and your subconscious to stop us. Please, Sid, you must pull yourself together.
Are we not sure I am not suffering from a sudden onset of psychosis? Goring blade.
Go, don't stand there. Gotta kill the lady. Confitio! Confiteor! Protect the lady!
Confitio. Guys just like that name.
Thank you. I feel much better. Perhaps now your subconscious will be more forthcoming with the truth in this memory.
The transmission tower.
Is that Sid? Do you recall this happening? Father was angry that day. Father, please, if you would just look over this data.
Enough. Damn you, the time your question made. Well, that shall be the last. Now, leave.
You of all people should understand. And the risk. Why do you refuse to see reason? It's rather unlike him to overlook data. No matter the source. Look here, he left behind the research documents. You pick up the research documents and find pages after page of mere meticulous calculations and observational data on Dalaman. Young Sid posits that the lesser moon may very well possess the ability to harness and manipulate solar power. Moreover, the vast storage of energy has amassed more than millennia. Should they be unleashed, would far exceed any parameters the transmission tower may have been designed to withstand. By the gods, the date of the Empire would invite a calamity. So many sleepless nights spent at those damned papers, all for nothing. If my suspicions are correct, then he was already. Never mind. Let us press on. The truth is awaiting us. There they are, the replicas of Gunhilda's blades.
That's a big gunblade. That is a big gunblade.
Know your place, whelp. The Meteor Project cannot, will not be stopped. Certainly not by the likes of you.
No, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. Emperor Solus couldn't have been there.
No, please, Lord Varys, no!
Sid, you mustn't forget. This is only a memory.
Sid Garland, bearer of ruin, herald of that your father must be proud. Insignificant, insufferable. Now, there is fine to know such calamitous follows in your wake, that your firelings bring death to all you hold dear. And now you would set the filth against me very well.
God, I love this fight.
Oh, one fate awaits those who oppose the will of the Empire.
Trauma's too much. He's losing control. But that memory is false. Guja, perhaps you can alter it with the echo. Think of your trusted allies. Think of your strongest allies. Trusted friends. Hey, Rain's here. How the hell's Rain here? I mean, Sid does.
That was always your greatest strength, instilling the others the courage to rise up, the courage to fight for what's right.
Hey, I have another healer. 2 tanks. 2 healers. Several DPS. This was basically their first trust system for attempting to trust for RPG mechanic. Let's see. DPS, tank, healer. Okay. We have a rank. I'm gonna provoke you because I'd rather you pay attention to me, old man.
How many times do I teach you this lesson, old man?
Damn it, Thancred, you're outputting more damage than me. That ain't cool.
You underestimate me.
Goring Blade.
Confitio! Found Gunbreaker and their abilities to draw better aggro.
This is going to leave a mark.
You dare defy me?
Active time maneuver.
Pitiful words.
I'll drive it back. I remember this.
Oracle, give me strength.
Confiteor.
This is going to leave a mark.
Confitio. Excuse me.
This isn't right either. Emperor, Lord Varus, he wasn't there. The Academy was always full charge, was given full charge of the project.
It was your father.
Though these events are, as you remember them, is not the truth. Not entirely. Whoever this is your mind has been trying to protect you from them. Well, if it wasn't Varus,
Then who in the hells was it? What could I possibly have to hide from myself?
So it was you who pulled the trigger, Father. Sid, look, his eyes.
No, it can't be.
If contact with Dalamud was able to stir Bahamut to consciousness, it stands to reason the Dreadworm will discover the way to link the tower and thereby enslaving your father. In which case, there was nothing that could have been done for him. There's no arguing or reasoning with such individuals. There is only the will of the primal. And if Bahamut was controlling your father at the time of the accident,
Then in all likelihood it wasn't an accident.
then when I turn like that, it looks like I'm wearing plastic armor.
And so the truth finally comes to light. Bahamut's thrall, and no one was the wiser, not even your own son. You crazy old bastard, I.
Then?
You crazy bastard did it. Once Mikoto's description and inscription to me, I'll have those weapons forged in no time. On behalf of the Bastion Resistance, you have my deepest thanks. I am glad I could help. Ever since the fateful day, the truth of what befell your loved ones had eluded us. Paolo, I held the Empire and your father responsible for that bomb and the tragedy. And for many years, the hatred was all that kept me going. Indeed, I was blind by the hatred, so much so that even your
Even you appear to me as an enemy. Cannot see the blood, sweat, and tears you have poured into bettering the world for those seeking freedom from the Empire. I could say only a Guardian. I could only see a Guardian, and for that I'm sorry. If you can forgive me, let us be allies, unite against a common foe.
Come now. I am the one who should apologize to you. After all, my father had the Empire, and the Empire did, even if not all of their own volition, their crimes will never be forgotten. I'd hazard even victory over the Empire won't be enough to ease such pain. And even though I know the truth behind the Boston incident, all it does is make me question the choice that led me here in this moment. But regardless of the past, we have to keep pressing forward, one step at a time, for freedom. Just as the heroes of Eld would do. We Bostions grew up as such tales of peerless warriors, pure of heart, and unwavering of conviction. Yet here we are, so full of doubt and uncertainty. Would we ever earn our place in the pages of history? Cheer up, Archsaljan. If we live through enough, perhaps we'll be the ones to pen.
The High Lore.
You say the crystal focus is no longer responding. It would appear that the stone of Aether resides within has been depleted. I do not expect our exploration of your mind to be such a taxing endeavor. Once I identified its etheric affinity and its power source with a comparable energy frequency, I'm confident its reserves can be replenished. I thought perhaps the Alliance could use it to extract information from some of their less cooperative Guardian captives, but nothing's ever that easy, is it? I'm afraid aetherology is beyond the scope of my expertise, so I'll leave the rest to you. If you need anything, do not hesitate to call me. Thank you for your help, Master Sid. Well, I'd better head back. I have a mountain of work waiting for me. Before you go, if you ever feel lost, you can always talk to me. Of course, if I run into any Aether-related problems, you'd be the first to know. Right, I really must get to work on the crystal focus.
You know what that's about. Don't tilt your head like that, Gudrak. I need to turn it in.
Everything is at last in place to begin work on the weapons of the Queen Gunhilda's guard. Our Master Garalt will be able to appraise you of any further progress in their forging. In the meantime, we will begin preparations for battle. I look forward to seeing you out on the front lines.
Attuned to all Aetherat shards in the Dormant Enclave will now unlock Gongos as an Aetherat destination. Ooh, neat. I want to get honor bound first. Thavnerium powder.
Meanwhile, in the Valen in Dalmasca, our side at the Gongos encampment has confirmed work on the blades of our spies at the Gongos encampment has confirmed the work on the blades of Gunhilda is on the way. Noel van Gebrandt. You're welcome to them. Who has need of such trinkets when the Lady of Blades will soon be in play? You will proceed as planned. When the forces reach Bastia, you know what must be done. Understood. The Empire is fated to fall, but in its place a new nation shall rise, grander and mightier than anything the Guardians could ever have dreamed. Gebranth. It is, and it shall be made possible by the very power they abhor. Gebranth. On the Edge of Memory. Save the Queen, chapter the first.
I think I can get the weapons now.
Ye here. Good. Ready to get working on the resistance weapons, lad? No, blah 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 blah. That's undertaking as a pellet. Ye like the name resistance weapon? It crossed me mind to call him Gunhilda's blades. But after talking in Nisija, we figured it'd be too confusing. Seems as that also the name of the Queen's Guard. Anywho, just timing couldn't be better. Before we get to work in earnest, I was hoping he could tell me a bit more about what went on in Seed's knocking. I've heard a fair bit from Mikoto, but I'd like to know if you saw anything different. Sounds like I was right. Tasky before setting on work. Seems to me these fancy markings on the weapons are likely for show. I can copy him, but that wouldn't be enough. Like as not, they were carved into the hidden swear. And to make sure the spare can take hold, you'd need a finish with fine powder that's conductive to aether, a material
like that, I reckon he'd need to consider the Artemis or Razatan. And I can say, think of one person with close contacts there.
Rowana?
Aye, the demon is so quaint. But not to worry, lad. Just so happens she's been keeping up a steady supply of Sipnero supply here on contract. If we say we need the powder fee for the resistance, might be as we can sort of waiver the costs. She ain't usually one to do business for charity, I know, but it's worth to try it, eh? I'll see about getting in touch with her, and after I do, you can go and with her and figure out the rest. Well, ye don't expect me to go and meet with her, do ye? Working on the resistance with is too busy by half. And Drake here, what was ye name again?
Zaltan.
Zaltan, Master Garland.
My name is Zaltan. But more importantly, what if Mistress Wawana doesn't agree to a charitable contribution to our cause?
I'm sure if ye and Baj Saljan ask her nicely, she might come around, but never mind that. We've important work to do. As for where to find Riwana, before she left Gun Goes, she said she'd be stopping over on Koganem on business. How about I have her at the Umainko tea shop? If you're lucky, a nice cup or old tea brighten her mood.
Resistance weapon! Right, let's go meet with Rowana. I'm gonna get my weapon. And I'll probably step... Oh, my, what shall I find? That I should find you here of all places. Though I suppose the only right, considering I followed you. My well of inspiration has ran dry, you see. It's my hope that a change of scenery might offer the impetus my work requires. And time again, you have proven a knack for finding fascinating locales with equal fascinating stories, unfolding soon after. And such a tale finally does unfold. I shall very much like to hear it. Talk about Varus. The extreme Varus fight unlock.
Battle fought in the mind of a dear companion. How thrilling! How compelling! Please tell me more.
A spectre of the late Emperor Varus. I suppose even a figment of one's imagined memory, assuming sufficient creative liberties are taken, can prove as fearsome as a man of the flesh and blood. Admittedly, I cannot claim to have witnessed his prowess firsthand, but who has not heard tales of his savagery, his unparalleled might? Yes, I do believe inspiration has struck my friend. The brutal battles of words shall precede a nightmarish clash twixt the Emperor and the realm's greatest liberator. You should dare approach me thus, Lord Varus scoffed. Where men of greater strength than mine both would flee, you dare commit to such folly. To such the liberator coolly replied, how else am I to smite
save approaching.
An inspirational attempt. If I was still learning my letters, perhaps. It seems my prose yet wants for inspiration. Might you humor me with a more detailed account of your confrontation? I require a more vivid picture if I am to justify your deeds. Memoria Azuria. Yep. Yep. Now let's go talk to the demoness of coin. To Kugane. It's almost 1. That's Eorzean time, that's real life time, that's standard time. Standard time is basically in Japan, I believe.
Who knows?
I should do Hildebrand. Not sure if I'll do that on stream though. That sword is going through that bench. I was wondering when he'd show up. Geralt told me everything. Why am I doing an Irish thing? It's supposed to be Cockney. Can't do that. It's really... And lucky for you, my business here was at the Davnerian consulate. Here you are. This should be enough powder for one of those resistance weapons you're forging. Oh, I've got to hand it to Geralt. Seems he's spent half his time getting deeper in debt, and the other half avoiding payment. Fine by me, though. Thanks to his scheming, I have a little more leverage over the resistance, and by extension him as well. You're an evil woman. Pass along a message to Geralt and Bad Shaljan for me, won't you? If they require more material for these weapons, they'll be more than happy to supply them, for a fee, of course. Same goes for you. I know your adventuring types are always looking to be prepared for any sort of encounter. So if you're thinking of forging another of those resistance weapons, suspect you are, you know where to go. I'll see to it my girls in Revenant's Toe and the other Shire keep their shelves stocked. Until next time. That's crazy, man. Right, back there. Like, do I need to get the Davnerian scale powder? No. The first weapon is free. The others will cost you. Yep. First taste is free. The entire time I played this, I didn't know you could do that.
The weapon nearly finished, Kudrak. Just need a nice coating with the powder to finish the inscription.
Here you go, my dude.
Oh, of course she bloody found what we needed. As much as I hate fattening her purse with another man's coin, I guess now we can do our part for the resistance.
And now starts my large, arduous journey to the 48-man raid. Ooh yeah. Love that sword.
Feast ye eyes on some of me finest work to date. Best of all, the inscriptional react to ye ether. A right fine sword encheered to rally the Bosjans, unabound and tenacity. I reckon Gunhilders be proud.
This is actually my favorite looking. Well, the Manderville weapons look cool too. That I should behold the glory of the fabled blade born anew. Hope is not yet lost.
For all in a day work for ye, old power Geralt. Course, this only be the beginning.
Your skill with her hammer. Very truly a sight to behold, Master Geralt. And to see Gudrak wield one of those holy blades thus it is so as if I stand before one of the heroes of Eld. When the time comes to do battle with the Empire, our brothers in arms will look upon you and know courage. On behalf of the Bosnian resistance, I offer you my humblest thanks for your aid thus far.
I'd love to finish I'd love to start fresh on another weapon, but I have to use the last morsel of powder on that one.
Meaning we will find ourselves in debt further to Mistress Rwanda were we to acquire more. I will consult Bajshaljan before we proceed further.
Looks like we were taking a short break then, eh? If you find yourself wanting for another weapon, though, come on, speak with me, Harper here. I think I've earned myself a nice big flagon of ale today to celebrate on forging old course.
Weird drunk man. Alrighty. I believe these are way better. Yep. Oh, it's completely fresh though. So. What the? Sell. Hello. Right. Now, who do I talk to? Oh, is it? Do I need to advance? I think I have to advance the MSQ in order to get further. God damn.
On behalf of the
Blah 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 blah. Oh. See, is there anything? Can I see if I can advance anymore? If I remember correctly, this was the reason I went blazing past the. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to finish 1.5.1 in order to get past this. Well, in order to be able to go to the southern front, I need to. Damn it all. Right. Probably not going to do MSQ today, but I am going. It's late. I need sleep. So I think that'll be it for today. Or for now. I'll probably stream later today. Alright, thank you for watching. And if you're watching the VOD, please come to the live stream. I stream almost every day. So if you can, come by. I start between 10 and 7 p.m. PST. And if you can, like and subscribe. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and evening. Whatever time it is for you.